go. Take your time, bro. I'm over cropping your video and all that shit. Oh. There we go. Yep. Yeah, okay.
I'm good.
You good now,
Can you hear
Brody?
me?
Yes, sir. All right.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Talk to me.
All right. What's good, Brody? I appreciate you for coming on to the podcast, man. Um, I really wanted to start this podcast segment to give back to the community in terms of, letting people get to know each other, individually, their likes and things like that, have it like, and specifically how, people elevate in the community just to show love and, be drama free type ish. Um, but I want to go off by start by letting you introduce yourself to my folks and everything, bro. Yeah, introduce yourself, Brody.
What's good, everybody? My name is Daniel. I go by what Daniel do. Right now I'm just a content creator trying to make it in the world. I think that's the best way to put it.
Man, and again, I would like to say I definitely appreciate you and your content, bro. Especially like branching and connecting from better helping develop like relationships from the UK fam, um, you know, just small content creators, as well as just overall just being a dope content creator, the station in New York and such. Um, definitely appreciate you and shout out to Kelso for linking us together. You're the reason why I got my PC, like high key, right? It's like
Some people don't know, but a lot of things I don't actually talk about them publicly. It's just I don't know. I just do them just to do them. It's one of those.
yeah,
I'd
nah.
rather let it be between you and I. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, for real. I definitely appreciate you, bro. Um, but first of all, want to ask you a few questions. Just to get to know you and just let the viewers, let everybody get to know you. What was your first ever fighting game, bro?
Actually, my first fighting game is actually Dragon Ball.
First ever?
Like competitively, like playing competitively, actual Dragon Ball.
Oh, word.
Yeah. I mean, I've played like for like my 5th birthday or whatever. I played Smash Bros from like 5 to I was about 10 years old with like my best friends, my brothers, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I randomly play games, but like when I knew there was a competitive scene, is I would say it's actually Dragon Ball.
That's what's up. And that's real dope. Um, man, sheesh. I would have thought you were gonna say something like MK or something.
No, I mean I've played. I was actually telling the stream the other day a story about when I was younger. I was like 3 or 4 years old. Like I would actually wake up in the middle of the night, like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and I would play Mortal Kombat in the living room on the 64. And I would get called by like my mom, my dad, or whatever, and they would just be like, "Oh, what are you doing? It's a school night, pre-K, or whatever." But why is your 4-year-old waking up at the middle of the night to play this video game?
Said, Mom, I'm
So
trying to throw
things like that
hands.
happen.
Man I said, Mom, I'm trying to throw hands. Let me rock, bro. Let me rock.
It was actually interesting though, because it's like it was one of those. I have older brothers and sisters. I'm a sibling of 10, so
Mm-hmm.
they would always play, but they would hit me with the, "Oh no, we got you next. You could play next. You could play next." But I would never actually get to play. And then one day when I finally get the opportunity to play, I smoked them. But this is because I'm playing every single night at 1 in the morning when everybody else is asleep. So it's just one of those scenarios where it was just like, "Oh, when'd you learn how to play?" I was like, "Oh no, I just natural."
Hey, look, that's all right, man. So with Dragon Ball being your first fighting game, bro, um, for people get like new coming into the FGC, what advice could you like give them?
I'm into the FGC. New advice. I would say that the most important thing is to be patient. Truly, like if you're trying to, you have to set a goal. Do you want to be the best, or you want to be good enough to compete with the best? I think that's a true realization a lot of players need to have. Like, how good do you really play? Do you want to play for fun? Do you want to play for casuals? Do you just want to play for vibes? Like, what is your goal when you're playing? If you just want to play for fun, then you just all you gotta do is put up the game. If you want to play competitively and be one of the best, then you have to actually put in the time, put in the effort, look at tutorials, videos, guides, etc., and put in that overtime work to actually be the best. Whether it's learning just the very basics of the game, the fundamentals, or the complexities that come down the line from playing the game.
Okay, so how would you like go about like educating a new player in terms of like picking their team, picking their very like picking their character on and then like building on that.
Well, I wouldn't even know how to answer that question right now because it's like even now with Dragon Ball getting a new patch, I'm actually in a character crisis. Like I don't know what to play. I
Mm-hmm.
actually don't know what to play. So you have to go down these whole string of lines of okay, what kind of character you want to play? Who do you know naturally gravitate? Did your main character get nerfed? One of the few things that I do when I do play a new game is I like characters with swords. That's always been like my go-to. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody has their niche. My niche is like, oh, this character has a sword, cool. Like I'll play the character. If I like it, I'll continue playing it. If not, then it is what it is. Now you move on from there.
I feel it. I feel it. How did you become a Vidal main?
The Vidal main. So my actually one of my best friends lives down in Maryland. He used to smoke me. He's actually the same person who got me into fighting games. His name is Ryza.
Okay, okay. I'm
He
here.
got me into fighting games whenever Dragon Ball released. And when Vidal came out in season 2 or season 1, whenever she came out, he would always wash me with her. I forgot what team I was playing, but he would always smoke me constantly on a consistent basis. I was like, nah, this character is nonsense. I need to figure out what this character is doing so I can understand, how to be here. So naturally, I start labbing against the character to understand. Like, I start playing the character to understand her more so that I can know what to do in the situations. And then I was like, oh, wait. As I started playing her, I'm like, wait a minute. I kind of like this character. She's pretty fun. She's nonsense. I need this in my life. And that's kind of how it happened. I got smoked by her. I was like, nah, I need to learn. I need to learn the gimmicks. And by the
Mm-hmm.
time I learned the gimmicks, I fell in love with her.
I feel it. I feel it, bro. Um, you was talking about the new patch and everything, right? How do you feel about it right now? Like how do you feel about it? I know everyone's still feeling it out. Me personally, I think it's a good patch. It's still a little gripes I have with it, but it is what it is. It's Dragon Ball. You just got to roll with the punches. But how do you feel about it?
Uh, right now, how I feel about the patch, I'm a bit indifferent to be honest, because like I think the patch is good for. I think the game getting the patch period is good for the game. I believe that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like they're trying to take the game in a different direction once again, which is what they normally do with patches. But this time what is it? They tripled down, quadrupled down on it, and now they got beam into super dash was like one of the main things that they wanted to do this patch. So now a
Mm-hmm.
lot of characters have that, so they're increasing a lot of damage. But then they also buffed all the low tier characters or the characters that weren't played as much as they said in their newsletter, and they're making all these characters viable, if you will. They're all now viable. So there's no really bad characters in the game. Everybody's pretty much up to par. Some are slightly better than others, of course, but for the most part, a lot of characters are around the same level. But then,
Mm-hmm.
like my thoughts on the patch at the end is just like, okay, I see it, but what's the second one going to be? I think the second patch is a part 1, so that second patch is going to be scary to me. That's the one that's going to be.
That's gonna be the defining moment of like not more so Dragon Ball, but like it being seen like in a competitive scene in the aspect.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, now like the game had a resurgence, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
even if you watch TSL this past weekend with Bum, a lot of people were watching the tournament. Like a lot of people were like, oh, like they want to see something different. People have been tired of seeing the same meta for years. The lab code fusions. It's been what 2 years of seeing the same characters on the screen, but now there's more diversity. So people are just generally want to be like, oh, like what does this character do? Oh, this character has this. It's like one of those things when a character releases and you're just like, oh, what's this? Oh, the figuring out part of the game. That's what's fun right now. A lot of characters have new things, and then like people like Alucard, right, who
Mm-hmm.
love labbing the lab monsters. They're having a blast with this patch. So there's that.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. All right. So that's cool. So with rollback coming back, and I know you hosted the Demonic Eight and versus the Angelic Eight. The shit was a classic. I was there through the whole ride, bro. Um, do you see yourself doing another one, like like doing another tournament like that, or like or such?
I mean, I have given it thought. I was actually giving it thought the other day. Uh, if the game is still thriving, I'm down to host another event like that, another Angelic Eight. Because to me, it's more than just a tournament. It's one of those. If you were there, if you watch anybody who's watching the stream that day, anybody who tuned in, or if you watched the VODs on the YouTube, anybody who's seen it,
Mm-hmm.
they know that it's like how you say it was more than just a tournament. Yes, it's a tournament, but there's more to it. Like, you have all the homies around you, all the friends, people you haven't seen in a while. Yeah, you got my mom cooking for everybody that was here. Like, it was one of those things where we gathered together, we were hanging out, we were
Mm-hmm.
playing competitively, but we were having a fun time while doing it. We were vibing. It was really just a vibe. Everybody that, as far as I know, unless they're lying to me, I don't know. You can't tell me the truth. It's fine. I'll take it. But as far
Mm-hmm.
as I'm concerned, a lot of the people, all the people that were there, that genuinely had a great time. So would I run another one? We'll see. If the game is still popping by the time January comes around, so
Mm-hmm.
was that another 5 months, another 6 months from now? Then we'll see.
Okay, okay. I respect that. Yeah, because I was in, like I said, I was enjoying myself, and like you, like I was there. Like I said, I was watching. Like when you started Angelic Eight, and then Posey came out the cut, was like, "Yo, Demonic Eight is like, let's form together."
One
Um,
angel, one demon.
no, for real, bruh. That shit was hype as hell, bruh. And again, I appreciate both of you guys for doing that. Do you ever think about getting the commentating?
I've been told to commentate multiple times, but I don't think I'll be a good commentator. I'm too much invested. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure if I set my mind to it, I can do it. But
Mm-hmm.
I always get lost, even when I got host like random brackets with the community, whether it's like Idol Showdown or even Angelic Eight, right? I'm always like just interacting with the chat. Like that's what I mainly enjoy. I just want to talk to the people because I'm like, this y'all saw this BS, right? Like y'all see what I see right now.
No.
I'm sure I could do it. You're probably like the fourth person to tell me I should do it. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. Something I got to think about, for real.
No, I definitely feel it. I mean, commentating is hard, and especially, I feel like, as a commentator, you always have like great energy, especially like when we linked that, HOC or AOC or whatever. You always have great energy, and you get along with everybody, and that's always a positive. So I'm pretty sure that whoever is gonna be your co-commentator, y'all can vibe out, and the energy is reciprocated.
It's weird too, cause like, what was it? When Posey was here, I was hosting the Idol Showdown tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Online. And Posey tells me, like, after the tournament ends, like we're having a conversation at the end of the tournament, we're having a conversation, and he's telling me, he's like, "Yo, Danny, like you should really do commentary," and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I really just be chatting. Like, truthfully, I really just be chatting. And then on top of that, there's a lot of things. How do I put this? I can process a lot of information. Like when I'm watching the match, I can process it. Like I know what's happening, but like the way I would articulate it to like for the viewers to understand what's going on is not me breaking it down. I'm like, yo, bro, that was like I would say something that's if you know kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand what's happening, but I can't break it down in 2 seconds. But like Posey can, like Posey does a great job. Cool Six, all of them, they all do a great job at doing that.
Shout out to gang.
But then for me, I'm gonna need like a 12-second segment, a 15-second segment to explain to you what actually just happened. And by that time, it's already too late. Like people already moved on. I'm too slow with it. I'm sure that's something that I would have to work on, but
I mean, hey man, you never know until you try. I got faith in you, bro. So hey, just think about it, bro. So with a bunch of these fighting games coming out, like such as Mortal Kombat, Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6. Do you plan on just like playing to compete, or just like enjoying it and just seeing if you find a character you like and then go from there?
I mean, I'll play for the content. Come on, I'm the content creator. I'll play for the content, but
mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I'll play the game. I'll see if I like it, whether it's Street Fighter, MK, Tekken 8. I'll play the game just to play them, and if I fall in love with them, then I'll continue playing them. But the same thing with Street Fighter. Street Fighter comes out tomorrow in 2 days or whatever.
Yes, sir.
I'll play. I'll boot up the game and I'll play it for sure. But I don't love the game. Maybe I can grow to love it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But definitely for the content, day one, all supers, all character customization, all colors. Come on now. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee.
Nah, I feel it. I feel it entirely, bro. So one thing I also wanted to touch on is, with you being like HOC, like I live in the DMV and you live in New York. You fighting game central, more like top 3. and you going to HOC, you know, and hanging out with Bum, playing against all these fantastic players. From like France to the US, who's your favorite player that has your favorite play style?
My favorite player?
Yeah, the favorite player for a play
My favorite player
style.
is Skeezer by far.
Excuse me.
My favorite player is my favorite player is definitely Skeezer.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is, but I really really enjoy his play style. He's just clean. He's literally just clean.
Hmm.
Like the way he plays the game, the way he moves, the way he adapts, the way he approaches the game, the way he breaks it down. If you have a conversation with him, like you would just see his perspective on things. Anytime you have a set, every time I run a set against Keezy, it goes down to the wire. It's always enjoyable. I feel like I'm actually learning the game when I'm playing. I
Hmm.
feel like I'm learning. Against a lot of other people, when I play the game, I'm just like, okay, just another ranked match, just another casual match. It ain't nothing. But
Okay.
against Easer, it always feels like I'm able to play the game, but I see the adaptation. Even when he played in tournament, like I can see him. He did this because game one at 3:05, or no, at 2:05 on the clock or whatever. You did this scenario, so then game three, he remember. Like you can see it happen.
Hmm.
You can see it happening. The adaptations, and that's why I actually enjoy. That's what Skeezer is my favorite player, truthfully.
Yeah, I play Marvel, and a lot of Marvel players do that. A lot. I didn't compete in Marvel, but they like how Marvel players like, man, how they like intake that information and then just react on it is amazing. Shout out to Skis. Um, as a fighting game player, bro, I have this analogy like fighting games teach you how like teach you a lot about like life and how you approach different situations and scenarios. Um, how much has Dragon Ball changed your life and or made an impact on your life?
Um, it definitely improved my life for sure. I mean, one of the main things that I truly, truly enjoy is that it's a whole new community with people I've never would have met before, but it's something that I enjoy doing. So there's something that we have in common. So for example, like I even right now I'm wearing my college shirt, right? Honors program, Monroe, whatever. Like I was a nerd in college and high school, whatever.
Hmm.
And even then, I would say the people that I've met within the fighting game community are better than people that I've known for years in middle school, high school, college. Like these are some of like the best people that I've truly met because not only can I have a conversation with them about Dragon Ball, about fighting games, about whatever, I can also talk to them about just other things and
Hmm.
not feel like a weirdo. There's a lot of times where I have conversations with like high school friends, right? And I can't really tell them about me, about what I enjoy, because I know to them it's just like, oh, so you play video games? Okay, cool. But and that's the end of the conversation. And
Hmm.
that does bug me because it gets to a point where you start realizing like maybe I don't need you in my life. Maybe you're not a good friend for me. Maybe we should just, you know, we could just end this friendship here because they don't really add as much value anymore. They were just as rude as it sounds. A lot of them were just kind of like a phase, if you will. A lot
Hmm.
of friends, not all of them, but some of them, they were kind of just like a phase. And now it's just at the point where it's like, okay, thank you for the 4 years in high school. Appreciate you. On to the next friend group. It's one of those. Hopefully it
Hmm.
doesn't continue with like fighting game community, but as it stands now, then yeah, we'll see.
Nah, I definitely feel you 1,000% because like I said, building friendships with like Kelso, and just a bunch of people in the community, and like that from we could talk about anime, fighting games, we can even talk about our own life and how like people are band together to like if someone's down, then like they're like, okay, we're gonna help each other out. You know, it's always a great feeling.
Just having that, I guess, like that bond, like people, like for example, I was mentioning Posey earlier, right?
Hmm.
Just being able to have conversations not about the game does wonders because sometimes even if it's not like a real deep personal conversation, it's just little funny things that happen. Like you walking, I don't know, you walking towards the supermarket, right? and you go to open that door and you do this because you thought it was a pull, but you push and you get mixed. I'd be like, yo, damn, you just got mixed. Things like that I can just say freely, and we both laugh at it because we know where we're coming in from. And you're like, well, why are you? And he just laughs, and we just having an interaction. But if I say that to like another friend who doesn't understand, oh, bro, you just got mixed. He's like, what? And then you got to explain the joke. And now at this point, the joke is not funny anymore because you're explaining the joke.
Mm-hmm.
There's things like that just random nuances that happen that occur.
Nah.
I don't get the same kind of connection with other people.
Nah, I feel that entirely, man. I feel that entirely. But being in HOC and being around great players and playing great players and even beating them, how do you measure your growth between like when you first started versus not like now? Well, like before the patch, now.
I mean, I wouldn't by any means say that I'm good at the game. I would never think I'm good at the game. But it goes back to like one of the first questions you asked me about being a competitor, getting to the game casual, stuff like that. Truthfully, I realized that like I tried competing at a high level. Like when I first started the game, I wanted to be like one of the best. And I realized that comes with a lot. Being the best comes with a lot. Cause I would play MMOs, right? And I'll make a bunch of videos like the best rotation. I'll always be like top DPS, I'll be number one.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like that satisfaction, that void, like you start losing that you're number one, yes, but then you start losing like that what's it called? I guess that happiness, that thrill. Like now you're not playing for fun anymore. You're just playing to be the best. And when you get to that point, for me at least, when I got to that point, I realized that I'm not having fun anymore.
Gotcha.
So when I started like streaming and like I'll still compete, like I'll go to tournaments, but my goal isn't to no longer be number one anymore. It's just I want to be good enough. It might sound contradictory, but I just want to be good enough to the point where I can still hang with the top players, but not be the top player. And I am actually okay with that. I'll be the Alfred to the Batman, if you will.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with that because I played fighting games. I first started competing back, I want to say MKX. That's when I really started competing, but I've been playing fighting games since fucking Killer Instinct. And, I just love throwing hands, and I just love like that knowledge and everything being shared and being able to grow. Like I feel like if you're not growing while you're playing fighting game as a person, as well as growing in the game, then you're not really growing.
I agree with that. And maybe my thought would also change. Maybe a different game would light that fire that I would want to be the best in. But I think I found a nice home.
Yeah.
And I'm okay if I'm number 2, I'm okay with that. I don't have to be number 1. I'm okay with not being the best. That's okay. I'll strive to be as good as I possibly can. Yes. But if it's not number 1, I'm not losing sleep over it anymore. I think that timeline is done for me.
I feel that. Well, got a few more questions. Who's your favorite? My bad. Who's your favorite player that talks the most shit but backs it up?
Punk.
Makes sense.
It would have to be Punk.
Got you.
It would actually have to be Punk. That's my man. That's my guy. That's definitely my guy. He be talking crazy, but he will play like he's not afraid. He'd be like, all right, so what's up? 500 right now. 200 right now. Money match me right now. Run the set right now. Like he always wants static, but he'll play and he'll wash you. So I respect him. That's the homie. That's definitely the homie.
Word. So, my last Dragon Ball question. Rate your top 5 players of all time in Dragon Ball.
My top 5?
Top 5. All time? All time. It don't matter who it is.
In order or?
No order. No order.
No order? My top 5 players of all time. You gotta throw Wawa in there for sure.
Facts.
Actually, hold on. Let me roll it back.
You gotta go through the index.
You have to throw Hook in there. That's one.
Yes.
No order. You gotta throw Sonic. That's guaranteed. Um, you have to throw Goichi. Goichi, in no order, but number 3 at Goichi. Um, all time. I said Hook.
You got 3 right now.
Hook, Sonic, Goichi. I feel like I have to say Kazunoko.
I already knew you was gonna say that.
Kazunoko has started pretty much every meta of every season, and he's been consistent, and he set the standard. Kazunoko is known to set the standard.
And then
He
Ghost.
would dominate for years, or the War Tour, he's just dominating. So you have to throw Kazunoko. And then number 5? His dominance is just too much. It has to be Wawa. In no order, those are the 5. I have to put Wawa, because Wawa, when Wawa shows up to a tournament, he's 99%, like 90% chance he's gonna win or get second place. Like that. That's the standard. First or second. That is the standard.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with that. Yeah, it was.
But honorable mention, I would definitely say the Kill Sage. The Kill Sage is up there for sure.
Oh, of course, of course.
Especially that season 2 of the Kill Sage. I don't think people understood how strong, how dominant he actually was. I don't think people realized how dominant he was. Remember, he ended up losing. He was watching Goichi. He ended up losing because of a misinput and got key charge.
Bro,
that right there, that would have solidified Sage in top 5 for sure. And in Dragon Ball, I think I would have put him top 5.
Nah,
there's so many great players. You got a Polyman, Super Noon. You got so many great players that you can put in that top 5 spot. Chris G, like there's so many players, but only 5. Then yeah, those are the 5 I said earlier.
Nah, I definitely agree with you on that. Man, all right. So I do got a question. Did you enjoy playing through Resident Evil? I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, but
the
like,
answer is emphatic no. The game is cool, but I don't enjoy being scared. No, people don't believe me. I get legitimate nightmares. I actually, okay, let me put it to you like this. Look, no BS. Actual no BS. So when was the last event? Was it BBB? I don't remember what it was.
I think it was.
Friends were here.
BBB. I think it was BBB.
Okay, when they were here, right? We're all vibing, we're chilling, right? And we go to Hook's house, right? It's me, Kane. No, I'm lying. Was it BBB? It was a bunch of us. Whatever. And we all go to Hook's house. And they're playing some scare game on Hook's computer. They're playing a scare game. And I'm like, oh, y'all about to play a scare game? I'm gonna go to the living room. Like, why you went to the living room? I was like, I don't like scare games. I was just like that. Like, I don't like scare games. They're like, but why are you leaving? Because I was like, oh, I get nightmares. They didn't believe me. They thought I was mean. They really thought I was joking. I was like, nah, I get nightmares. And so I left. They closed the door, and I go to the living room and I sit down. I'm just chilling there. I'm like on my phone, whatever. Right? I'm chilling. But I can still hear the screams, the loud, the panic. I can still hear it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep, bro. I'm gonna just go to sleep. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go to sleep. Because I still have to like drive back home. I still drive back to New York. Like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm sleeping, but I can still hear the screams. Like I still hear the jump scares. I hear them getting scared. Like I still hear it. Like I still hear it in my sleep. And as I'm sleeping, Kane is next to me. I don't know he's next to me. I don't know this information yet. But Kane is next to me. And I wake up shaking. Like I'm like this. Like I'm breathing mad hard. But I woke up like in the middle of my sleep. And Kane looks at me. He's like, oh, damn, you wasn't joking. I was like, no, I wasn't joking. Like, I wasn't joking. Like, I'm serious. Like, I get nightmares. And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were, he's like, apologize. I'm like, no, it's not your fault. It's okay. It's just, I thought I was joking.
Nah, I
Like, so when I
understand.
say like I don't want to play a scary game, I don't want to play a scary game because I want to be able to sleep at night. That's really all it is. I played Outlast. I couldn't close my eyes that same night. I played Resident Evil. I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. I'm just here like, just scared, like really just scared. Call it what you want, but
Hey, look,
never.
I feel it, bro. I understand.
I don't know where it stems from. I never like scary things. Like when it comes to, I'm a big wuss, bro. It is what it is. I don't like jump scares. I don't like things that just randomly, like I can handle, what's it called, if I know it's coming, like if I know the jump scare is about to happen, I'm
Mhm.
okay. Like I can prep for it, like, and it won't scare me as much, right? When I know it's Halloween, October on there, I'm tiptoeing around. Like I understand what the agenda is. I understand the motion here. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, during Halloween, during October, all of October, all I watch is basketball videos. I click no other video. I watch First Take, Skip and Bayless, House of Highlights. That's it. I don't click on any other video. That whole October, I don't click on any other video. I really don't. I
Saying
don't
nah,
like scary. It's
no,
not fun for me.
no.
I don't like scary.
Nah, I feel it, bro. I understand. So how many subs do people have to give you so you can play Outlast again through like play through the whole?
Bro, where is it? I got this heart rate monitor right here. Right? I'll ask this guys. Like last night,
Uh huh.
Halo, we're in the Discord, we're chatting. Halo's like, oh, Danny, 10 subs right now for you to boot up Outlast. I was like, look, bro, it is 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m. You got me
I was like,
fucked
it
up.
is 10 p.m. I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get some resting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm contemplating it, but it's leaning towards a no. He's like, yo, Danny, I'm about to order food. What's the word? I'm like, yeah, I'm in my bed. It's not happening. It's not happening.
1K subs. We get them play Outlast.
Bro, 1K subs not worth my mental. I got into, bro. I was playing Outlast 15 minutes in. I had a 50-50 with the locker or I was dead. I had a 50-50 with the locker. And I literally could not continue playing. I actually could. I was like, nah, I can't. I really can't. I got want to, but I can't. Because I know how I get. Because the thing is, once I click end stream, that's it. Like it's just me. Like it's really just me. Like I'm by myself. Like it's really just me. Like I hear something fall in the kitchen while I'm taking a shower. Like I'm not coming out the bathroom. It's not happening. It's really not gonna happen.
Hey,
People think I'm joking, but it's really just me, myself, and I at the end of the day.
I feel it, bro. Hey, nah, I feel it 1,000%. I love some horror games. I play through Resident Evil like it's nothing. But
Nah, I'm good. I'm good, gang. I'm good. I can reassure you that I'm good.
but nah, I mean, on that note, you can tell my folks, where to find you, bro. Um, um, I got your Twitch and your Twitter up on my page and all that on my stream. I truly appreciate you for stopping through podcasts and yeah, man, I truly appreciate you, G.
No, for sure. No, it's fun. It's fun. Not a lot of people don't know like the lore and stuff like that. Look, I'll give a hidden lore to the name, to how I got the name. What Daniel do? Hidden lore. Hidden lore. Um. So in college, I had one of my best friends. She would always like help me out, like with work and stuff. Like working together. We were in school together, whatever. And this is what 2015.
Hmm.
And she's like, oh, because I told her like, oh, like I want to start doing like YouTube video stuff like that, like little rants, just random YouTube videos, whatever. She's like, oh, you need a name. I was like, I don't know what name I need. Like, I'm not when it comes to creativity, I am not your guy. I promise you, I can help you tweak it. Once you have that thought, the idea, I can help you tweak it. I can help you
Hmm.
make it better. But the initial creativity thought, that's not me. That's not my strong suit. So she was like, I don't know, and she grabs a dollar. Yeah, it was a dollar. It was a $1 bill. She grabs a dollar bill and she writes randomly. She writes, "What Daniel do?" She writes it on the dollar, right? Cool, whatever. I don't think much of it. After school that same day, we go to Starbucks. We buy whatever we buy. whatever. We keep it pushing, right? Like fast forward 2 weeks later, I'm going to my friend's house, and I pay the taxi driver. I pay him in cash, right? He gives me back change, whatever. I take back the change. I put it in my wallet. I keep it pushing. We go back to school. What is it? I think I had class on Monday or Tuesday. I forget.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to school, and she's like, "Oh, Danny, can I borrow some money?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." And I'm taking out money from my wallet, and I peeped the dollar, and I'm like, and she's like, "There's no way." I'm like, "This is your handwriting, no?" And she's like, "That is my handwriting. This is the same dollar that literally followed me 2 weeks later. We went to Starbucks and we paid. I seen the transaction. Like, we paid with cash. We gave him that money when we went, and then to know that same dollar followed. I think I actually still have the dollar somewhere in my room. And it's just one of those situations. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way."
It's fate right there.
I was like, all right, at this point, it's meant to be. So that's actually the Lord how I ended up getting the name. It was just random. It was complete randomness.
That's tough. Nah, that's your protagonist story. That's your protagonist story.
It's actually just random. It really was just random.
Man. Nah, that's a dub. I appreciate that. Learn something new every day about your friends.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It was one of those things that were just there. It was completely random, but it happened.
It happened. Nah, I feel it. But hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold you up too much. I know you better continue content creator. Thank you for allowing me being a part of this segment. I'm about to go play some Resident Evil now that we just got done talking about it.
I need talking to the Outlast, man.
No, but hey, much love, bro. I will be in your stream, still chatting.
I appreciate it. It was fun. It's fun. Get to give some information about myself. That's fun.
Yeah, man. I just want to, like I said, I wanted to start doing this to show love. Let people, let other people get to know you, and also me get to know you a little bit better too, as your friend and as somebody in the community. Hopefully, more people would like to join on the podcast and just vibe out and just chat it up.
Yeah.
But hey, much love, my brother. Not gonna hold you too much. What you about to play? You about to continue playing some DBZ, or
I'm gonna go back to finding a team. That's what I'm about to do.
You go
back day 9 at this point of looking for a team.
Shit, I'm in the same boat. I got to compete in DreamCon and Evo,
so I'll see what I end up doing. I still don't know what to play, but we're about to find out and see.
Yes, sir. All right, Brody. I ain't gonna hold you. Much love. And I'll tap into you.
All right. Thank you, my man. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Yes, sir.
All right, Brody. Peace.
Peace. All right, gang, give me a few. Let me reset these settings. I'ma come back to it.